But yeah, they can't patent something that comes from nature. Something like, I don't know, some kind of vitamins or just anything like that. And so they want to push this synthetic stuff on you. Even the nutraceuticals that you get, that's pharmaceutical, they're made from, they're mostly synthetic, and your body don't absorb stuff like that. The more natural the stuff you're taking, the more your body will absorb it. I mean, that makes pretty good sense when you think about it. And that's all you have to do, folks. You just have to use a little common sense. You don't have to be no genius to figure this out. Like I said, if the writing is on the wall, a blind man could see it. I don't know where we could go to next. I had a really, really good idea, but I forgot what it was. Let me play y'all a song, and I'll be back here in a few moments. Just hang in there.
Your door. It's out there hollering, darling, don't you love me no more? You always let him in before now, didn't you? He's just singing the same old song that he always sang before. He's the last of the hardcore troubadours. Now, girl, better figure out which is which. Whether that Romeo, you son of a bitch. Just as soon buy this switch now, wouldn't you? You're gonna make love on your satin sheets, wake up on your living room floor. He's the last of the hardcore troubadours. And now he's the last of the all-night do-right. Send the need to window to daylight. He's the last of the hardcore troubadours. Baby, what you waiting for? Alright. Well, figure out what you gonna do when he moves on again and he leaves you alone in blue. She knew it just passing through, now didn't you? And now you can just say this the last time, baby, like you always did before. He's the last of the hardcore troubadours. And now he's the last of the all-night do-right. Standing beneath the window to daylight. He's the last of the hardcore troubadours. Baby, what you waiting for? He's the last of the all-night do-right. Hey, Rosalita, won't you come out tonight? He's the last of the hardcore troubadours.
I'm back, folks. That was Steve Earle with Hardcore Troubadour. But do y'all see where I'm going with this? Like, just the fluoride in the water alone is enough. But they do it for for our benefit. They got our best interest in mind, you know. I call BS. I really do. So, why are these people doing this, you might ask? Well, the way I was, I went my whole life. Well, about half of my life. Up to about 9/11. Then after 9/11, I started to ask questions, and I started to kind of see stuff, but not really. Like I would catch little glimpses of you know, where the rabbit hole was going, or I was just barely identifying what kind of hole it was, I guess, at the time. And the more time that went on, the more kept happening, and one thing led to another, and I'd talk to people here and there about this and that, but I never did have it figured out until I started like getting on YouTube and using the internet and stuff like that. The internet is the best thing against these people. They can't take our free speech away. They can't censor us. They can't shut us up. We just got to keep coming at them. Attack, attack, attack. You notice the Democrats and their tactics. They don't never explain nothing. All they do is attack, attack, attack. Especially during a campaign. So we got to do the same thing. I need everybody to spread my links. Tell everybody you know about my show. I need sponsors. I need to succeed, folks, is what I need. I'm pretty much all in, which, I mean, that ain't a lot, but, you know, I guess it's a lot for me. I think that it's very important to get your message and your ideas out there to the world, because if you don't tell nobody about this stuff, and I mean, I tell people about this around here, and they just, yeah, whatever, just, yeah, you know, they think you're crazy, but whatever. It's just like the word conspiracy theory. Do you know that that's one of their own terms that they thought up as a defense against people who caught on to what was going on, and like they would go to extreme measures to make these people look crazy, and in a lot of cases make them think that they had went crazy. Folks, you don't want to mess with these people, all I know. They are some dirty, rotten SOBs. They don't play nice at all. They got a lot of the CIA, I'd say a lot of the FBI, a lot of your people in office. These local politicians, I would say that they're pretty much unaware of what's going on, for real, and doing their job in their little communities takes their mind away from stuff like this. But we need people like us to wake everybody up. And if you can't wake them up, folks, run for office. Do something. You can't just lay down and die. But the question I asked a few minutes ago, what would make somebody so hell-bent on destroying humanity, crippling humanity? Folks, it's nothing but the devil, Satan. Satan plays a role in our everyday lives, a lot more than what you would think. Look at Job in the Bible. He took all of Job's belongings, maybe so many of his sons. I think he did lose so many of his sons. His whole body was covered in boils. And God was letting the devil do that to prove to the devil that Job wouldn't curse him, wouldn't curse God, and to prove and to test Job at the same time. You think that the same thing don't happen to us? I mean, it's in the Bible for a reason. It ain't just a story, folks. It's real. This demon possession and Satan and God, it's all very real. It's right here all around us. And if you look, you can see. You need to look up Skull and Bones. 311, that's their number, I think, or is it 312? Let me check that out right quick. It's 322. I guess. Yeah, 322. That's the number they use. These are devil worshippers, folks. And I know that a lot of people calls the New World Order the Illuminati or whatever, but it's all the same thing. It's just got different names, and no matter where you go in the world, everybody has more than likely got a different term for it than you do that they use. But yeah, you need to check out Skull and Bones. They're this group at Yale University, and there's a whole lot of presidents and politicians that are bonesmen. That's members of Skull and Bones. They're like a fraternity, I guess. And they're nothing but indoctrinating people to be in the New World Order is what it is. I was researching NWO on Google earlier, and about all I could find was stuff from back when Hulk Hogan was still wrestling and was going around calling himself Hollywood Hogan or whatever, and the NWO. And like, I was just a kid at the time, and I really didn't think much about. Well, I was in high school, I guess. Come to find out, Ted Turner, the man who owned WCW at the time,